the contraband.
I don't know any professional baseball players personally.
What, Reuters?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd fucking do steroids.
Do you?
I would.
Oh, I've had to. Allergic reactions and shit.
No, I mean the kind of steroids like to make you fucking ripped.
Dude, just 2 chicken breasts, a couple asparagus, dude.
There are a lot of let's Jump Ass Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 43.
Damn, there's that many?
It's 43.
I only
of them.
watched like 2 minutes and my drummer put me to fucking sleep.
The drummer?
My drummer.
Why?
Because he's fucking boring as shit.
Oh, you Dante. Oh,
yeah.
My drummer. No. What do you, don't you, Dante's precious.
Oh, he's
a precious angel.
He's adorable.
I love Dante.
Well, to be fair, this past weekend, I was the least partied out guy in the crew, which is usually the exact opposite.
Really? Yeah, you're usually pretty, you go pretty ham.
Oh, fucking Dante was puking in a church pew and passed out with like 3 or 4 bands left on Saturday.
Oh, crap.
Like,
so,
somebody just comes to the campsite. It's like, hey, just letting you know. And, of course, like, I'm on, like, 0 sleep and a bunch of mushrooms. Like, your drummer's dying over here. I'm like, all right, I'll check on him. I talked to him a little bit. I was like, you got any more in you? There was no words. It was just whatever. But I was like, well, that was at least a coherent enough response for me.
Was he so
I gave him
drunk?
water. He herkled again.
What's herkled?
Well, it's just, I'd be like making up words.
Barf?
He herkled.
He schlucked.
Yeah, so I had to lay some hay down, and next thing I know, somebody brought him pillows and a blanket, and he's just passed out during like Blind Scryer or Swamp Hawk or something. Like, it's one of those 2 bands. Loudest fucking band in Kentucky. He's just out.
Did an old man come by? Did an old man come by with some kitty litter? Just sprinkle.
No, there was where they mowed. There was a lot of dry hay.
So you just threw it over there.
Just threw it over top. Yeah.
God, what do you think? Were there any festival goers who possibly saw that hay and were like, "Ooh, we could fuck on that hay"?
Well,
and they were just like kind of smushing all of Dante's insides. Oh God,
yeah.
Sorry. Holler a doom.
Yeah, hey, it's a magical place. Man.
Holler. Was this the 4th or 5th year you have done that?
Cuatro.
4th. Yeah. Nice. For all you don't habla español. 4th. And you said, we were talking earlier, you think it's the biggest one you've had?
I mean, definitely. But then again, there's always the recency bias and the feeling of being there and the whole 9. But I think everybody, all intents and purposes, like, we didn't lose our ass this year.
Okay.
But there's also an understanding from a lot of people that's like, we can only do so much, man. So we took care of our like Northern Ohio bands and stuff like that. But beyond that, it was like, well, if you're from Kentucky or Tennessee, you're a local, man. Because it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, we host the thing and it's an hour and a half away from home, so it's not an easy task on our end either.
Yeah, man. It's like,
gotta pay the sound, gotta pay the poop holders and whatnot, and
can you get
people
like
to mow the land, and
can you get like a different? You guys can maybe next year you could try and sell a ticket where like you can't use the porta potty.
Just can't. You get extra for the porta potty.
Yeah,
dude, those things get scary on Sunday morning, man.
Just dig a hole.
I was just like, God, I hope if I have to shit, I'm gonna make it to Buc-ee's, man. I want that clean because fucking Saturday I unleashed some beasts all day long. Taking fucking burning damages, like just -1, -1, sitting there trying to take a shit because the sun's just beating down on those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, those things get
fighting
hot.
for my life. I was gonna die.
I think the Holler of Doom, I came to one, I think the year.
Well, y'all played one.
The first or second one, I came to like one day, I think, or maybe that was Mountains of Metal. I came to one down there to watch, and then we played 2 years ago. Yeah,
there was the inaugural one that was only a day. It was like 7 bands.
I think I came to that and watched some of it, and then we played, and it was awesome. And dude, it was so funny. Dom, who plays bass in FBA. He and I and a couple other people took some acid after we played, not before. I know there's video of us playing, and I think it looks like we are all going crazy. But I think we took it after, and for some reason in the middle, I remember talking to you. You came up to me, and I had probably like maybe a year in comedy almost, and we were talking about comedy, but I was like fucking just losing my mind trying to like not go crazy because we're in the middle. We're in the dark. Like next to the woods. So I was freaking out. And then you left, and then Dom, I heard something behind me over by the creek over there. I like shined my light, and Dom was making a sandwich in the dark. Dude, and I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know.
Oh, dude.
He threw everything down and just ran off into the dark, and then he fell in the creek. He was peeing and he fell in the creek, dude. It was such a crazy. It's probably one of the funnest, but also it felt scary. Like I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
man, there was like one like very early morning. It was like sun was probably about to be coming up. And like me and Mike Brewer just walking up and down the field, having a good old moment. I'm definitely still feeling the effects of the acid I have taken.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you just hear like ginormous bird noises. That's the only way I can describe it. It was just like,
what?
Yeah, it was just like, wah, wah, like giant condor or something, giant claw, fucking going through the goddamn forest, and it just kept happening. You could hear there was like more than one. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And then, long story short, we were tripping. We're like, hey, it's just the owls trying to fuck, or something stupid like that. But yeah, no, there's definitely some noises you hear down there, and then some conversations you have, and then people that just like randomly walk up to you because they're fucked up, and your campsite's just like a beacon for weirdos to come talk to you.
Yeah,
which we don't have too many, and usually it's like, they're tame weirdos. They're just fucked up when they come talk to you.
Yeah,
it's like fucking this year. Cody Hyatt came up to me, and he was just like, which no, he's not that much of a weirdo.
Cody Hyatt,
let's be for real, he's a fucking weirdo, but I love him. But no, his entire camp was playing folk music, and he just like walked all the way down, walked up to me and the chick I was with, and he was like, man, it really sucks that they're like down there playing folk music. And I was like, damn, I really want to go back there and listen to the folk music. But the guy that said fuck that just came to our campsite to talk to us, so it'd be like really rude to go walk where his folk music was happening. But then all of a sudden, you got quiet and you just hear the flute off in the background. I'm like, man, somebody around here is just like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Cody Hyatt is he plays bass in
everybody.
He plays bass in a lot of bands.
Period 6.
Wait.
Corporate Mascot. Caravan Discordia. He is now in Sad Black Lab.
And then
I'm kicking myself out.
He's Dead
he
Jim.
Can be in fucking, the one.
He's Dead Jim.
I'll say the one that's been around forever.
Yeah, he's in Cody Hyatt.
I've played more shows with He's Dead Jim than the rest of them probably, but like it's been the longest since I've played a show with him out of all of his bands, so I had to think about it.
They're fun, dude. They are. Cody is. I appreciate his. He has a real zest for like the extremes of music. He like.
Damn, you got your notifications on.
I didn't mean to.
You're fucking professional.
I know, dude. It's John Bass Podcast. I can have my notifications.
Hey, I'm David Andrew Langley from fucking STORMTOKER.
Exactly.
And
welcome.
The festival organizer of the Holler of Doom, since that's what we've been talking about this whole time.
David Andrew Langley.
Yeah.
STORMTOKER, bassist extraordinaire.
And
STORMTOKER is a doom metal band. Kinda from Lexington. What would you describe STORMTOKER as?
It's hard. we go fast a lot for a doom band.
That's fair.
So I don't really like subscribing to any of it, but in name and tones, yeah. I mean, we are. But like, I don't know. I like the psychedelic route. I like the dumb thrash route. I like, fucking progressive ideas. I like atmosphere, so it's all over the art. I still say stoner doom. Like, just so I can have a conversation and not do that.
Yeah.
But I figured I'm on a podcast and
explain
it a little more. Cause
if you check out STORMTOKER on everywhere.
My goal with that name was people are going to hear it and hear exactly what they were expecting, but also get everything else they weren't. Was my grand idea musically, and I think we've accomplished that decently.
STORMTOKER.
Whether for better or worse, I don't think we fit neatly in the box that the rest of the genre. Not the rest of the genre, but a lot of the genre, like all genres do. I just don't think we're so neatly in a single box.
You guys added a saxophone, right?
And keys.
One
man. Two instruments.
One cock.
And there's, 810 keyboard settings, so he really plays any instrument he wants.
Two tits?
Two tits. I mean, he will dress and drag every now and again.
How many? 3 balls?
3 balls. Clearly 3 balls. He does play a baritone sax, so it is pretty ballsy.
Yeah, it fucking live. I remember hearing it, and it just like there's so much low, it just swells in the room. It's awesome.
Well, and it's really cool because now we're kind of getting close to hey, we're gonna record again soon. And we haven't recorded anything with Travis yet, so the musical journey with that, we've gotten a lot of a lot of positive feedback.
Positive feedback
on our new material, and that stuff that's actually written around him being there and not him just fitting in where he can get in with all the old stuff that he went back and played on. So, but yeah, now the feedback on the new stuff's been great. I'm really excited to go get it recorded.
And do y'all are you doing a sneak attack
every time, dude?
Yeah.
We might do
Jason's awesome.
We might do a self-release of some of the older tracks with Travis. Just to keep the mo going on the internet.
That's cool.
But
or do you guys ever thought about recording a live album?
Man, we do. We've done the Cosmic Charlie's thing.
And,
and with
Fat Man.
with the video and Fat Man and stuff like that. I like live stuff, but goddamn, if we're being recorded, we fucking suck butt. We never play good when we're being recorded. At least I don't feel that way.
Right.
So every time I go back, I'm like, God damn, that band sucks. But that's always in a vacuum, and like I said, you're the most critical of anybody, and yada yada.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We like to party, so live is always an adventure.
That's what I mean. That's also part of the fun
charm
of it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, I don't think we're ever fucked up enough that it's disappointing to anybody, but me. And even then, it's I'll be the most fucked up one up there and have the best show, but still be mad at myself for what I did fuck up and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I'm not a perfectionist by any stretch of imagination, but it's I don't like fucking up dumb shit. And dumb shit's just really just don't fuck up the same thing 4 shows in a row.
Oh yeah.
Which you never know when that's gonna come up, but
yeah. How do you with practice? So, practice, rehearsal, whatever.
Really high.
You get really high. Do you
We pray we remember what we did last week,
pray to God, the God of storms?
Lots of prayers.
And token. How do you guys run through your whole set, or do you do I'm sure there are songs you have where you don't even really need to go through them.
So
how do you do it?
When we were never good at it, but back before we had Travis, I'd like to change up as much as possible, live. And we play live so often that, there's so many songs that we really ain't got to go over because we've played them in 100 different environments in, 2 or 3 years. So, but really lately it's all just been writing. And we played an hour 40 at that benefit show a couple weeks back, so we ran through a bunch of shit at one practice.
Oh, in Danville?
Yeah. Well, no, the benefit show was yesterday's actually.
That's right.
Yeah. But so we did that. We played for an hour 40, which, by the way, kids, unless you're touring every day, when you just randomly drop a hour 40 metal set in your routine, it's a fucking marathon.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn, we should have took a intermission somewhere in there. But,
yeah, it's a long time to play.
But yeah, so for the most part, we don't really go through a lot of the older shit practice to practice because we play live so often that It's like, for me, it's like if we really needed to go through anything individually, it's like the records are out there. Like, go listen to them and do your homework at home, which nobody does.
Yeah.
But we all work fucking hella packed schedules and make it work in between.
Yeah. How do you guys write? How is it typically? Is there a...
Well, see, that's another thing that's shifted since we've gotten Travis. A lot of it's just jammed. We'll just, somebody has the idea. Certain songs, riff wise, I've come in with absolutely all of it. Mm-hmm. And it's just a matter of, how many times and where we repeat and is there something we can add or take away or whatever. Mm-hmm. But so everybody's open to be able to present ideas at any given time. We're pretty diplomatic about that. Because my whole thing with STORMTOKER when we first started was I didn't want to do everything. And I didn't do all the writing in the last band, but I did literally everything else. Uh-huh. So when we got into it, initially it was everything had to be as evenly distributed as possible. Uh-huh, yeah. Now I'd say that those percentages have shifted a little bit, but writing wise, we stay super diplomatic. As far as creatively, it's you got to let everybody get their shit in. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I mean, if you're not able to do what you think's right, you're not going to be very happy being in a band for a long time. Yeah, yeah. So, and that's the good thing about all of us is we're all pretty open to suggestion. Yeah. And I mean, we'll fight back on little shit, but ultimately, if somebody believes in it and we really sit and work on it, we evolve ideas pretty easily. That's good. We had a issue writing for a while, when we first got with Travis, but again, it was just one of those things that we fucking practice and write a little bit. Then we have shows for a month straight. Yeah. And then you're you're taking those weeks off for practice because again, it's just a schedule thing. It's we got to have a day for everything else in life. So yeah, being in a band is a hard thing to coordinate. I so wish I could just be oh yeah, we practice fucking 4 times a week and trying to be the best band on the planet. It's when really we're just trying to be the best we can be under the circumstances we're in. Yeah. Which I think most bands in our position, that is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not a thing that, even fucking cover bands have to go through all right, we got to establish this, business wise. Yeah. So it's not they make money right away. You know? Oh yeah. Unless they're fucking phenomenal. There's no money. It's so hard to make money doing music. I never, ever really was able to make any. I would make enough to keep going in a sense, but never enough. It was always starting from the negative. Oh, we're completely blessed that at this point that we put our fucking band account down to 0 after we ordered a bunch of tank tops because, that's what happens when you buy merch. Mm-hmm. And within 3 shows, it's we can afford to record almost again. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, man. So we built it up enough that you guys hustle, man. That people want, we drop something new, people buy it. Mm-hmm. There's fucking probably 40, 50 people that almost own everything we've ever put out. Shirt, stickers. That's awesome. Patches, whatever. But, and we're 7, 8 shirt designs in. I don't think I have a STORMTOKER shirt. I say we're getting, man, fuck you too, dude. Get with the other 800, 900 people that got one, man. How about I trade you an FBA shirt? Is that band going to do anything ever again? Well, does it matter? I don't know. Actually, I think I can't waste this body on advertising something that ain't there. No, dude. People are going to be looking. Oh, you can advertise. Look at this body and be dude, hey, what the fuck is FBA? There's nothing cooler than wearing a band that used to be a band, but they already broke up. Fuck you. If somebody asks. That's why I just wear my old band shirt. Yeah. All the time. No, I do. You don't have to give me a STORMTOKER shirt. I will take one, but I will give you an FBA shirt because I have a whole tote full of them. If this gets to 420 views, is that crazy? What's your view count? It depends. It depends which episodes are on. I'm shooting to be the god of your podcast. Well, I know I've not been extraordinarily hilarious at this so far. But. Well, we're talking music, and we weren't really joking about anything. We were just talking festivals
we're talking
just
shit.
My entire life.
This is it. We're
just my entire life. We're not telling real jokes.
Fucking yeah, dude. You guys definitely do have like when I go have been to y'all shows. There's always quite a big group that is singing along, really into it, and it's you guys have a good fan base, man.
Well, see, that's awesome. What I always like. Everybody always fucking talks shit about people wearing like the band T-shirt to the show, like of the band you're gonna go see. I'm like, fuck you guys. It makes me feel so good when people roll in STORMTOKER shirts.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, I mean,
everybody says that, but like if it's you, it's like, oh man, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I
hate those band rules.
I bet I've done it before. I don't think I usually don't, but I feel like I may have.
Most shows I go to, like if I'm going to a bigger show, I won't wear it unless it's like just straight up one of my 3 or 4 favorite bands, and I'm just like, yeah, this is what you live for. You know? You want to fanboy out.
Yeah.
When you're going to go see one of your 4 favorites. See, I'm going to wear the shirt. Hell, if I have pants and underwear, I'm going to wear that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm a football fan too. We show up dressed like we about to play.
Yeah, it is pretty counterintuitive. It's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Well, who are your top 4? Or you're going to do 5. Who are your top 5? And
are we? Okay. This has to be framed. It's not. I can't.
All right, top 5 like recently. You don't have to go forever. Just what you're into now, because life is long.
Life is long. Well, and I always go. It's kind of boring to like say like, oh, Black Sabbath is my favorite band.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, it's like of course those bands are in that pantheon. Because if I did a list like it's like, oh yeah, Sabbath, Rush, Alice in Chains, blah blah blah, and it's done. Gojira has been a band I've loved since I was like 14.
Gojira's sick.
I feel like I've always kind of grown with the material, if you will. Like
I like them a lot.
It's evolved with my taste as I've gotten older because they've gotten a little more atmospheric and they'll slow down. They don't care. They still have the super heavy, tight stuff, but their expansion is like a spot I would wish to expand to if I was in that band too.
They're awesome, dude. Gojira, they remind me of Lamb of God a little bit sometimes.
They came from that tree a little bit, but I would say that they're just a little more rooted in just being powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamb of God definitely, which I mean, I'm not even a fucking expert on the last like 4 or 5 albums by them, but those first 4 I was super into as a kid.
Yeah.
Man, it's really hard to say. I got into Clutch later in life. Whenever they came through Manchester, it was actually like the first time I gave them like a full listen. I was actually there to go see Red Fang.
Oh yeah,
and Red Fang's great, but now Clutch kind of climbed my list pretty quick. But hell, in the past year, I haven't really listened to them as much. I was super into Church of the Cosmic Skull for a while, and I still am. Would love to see them more, but they're just one of those bands, level-wise, where they're just not going to be able to tour the States as often as you would like to.
Where are they from?
They're from England.
Oh, okay.
Or I think they're a little I think they live in England. I think one of the chicks was Irish and moved there. Whatever.
What kind? I don't think I know them.
Very like Sabbath meets ABBA meets Queen. Like lots of harmonies.
Oh, interesting.
But some heavy riffage too.
What were they called?
Church of the Cosmic Skull.
Church of the I'll check them out. That sounds fun.
But really, man, like I gotta say, like I can name bands like that, but the ones I'm always going back to is my peers and like bands that we have played with, like your fucking Howling Giants, from Nashville, and
they're good.
Band is not together anymore, but Costa Casanova was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, they're not together anymore?
No.
Man, they're good.
I think the dating part of it didn't go good. Bass player was with the drummer, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was all, but they're all in different bands now, so there's at least still music coming from that.
They're really good.
From that universe, and I'm glad that exists. I actually need to reach out to all of them. Actually, Stephanie had messaged me a few months back telling me I was kicking ass in the gym and yada yada. But, you know, your Daikaijus, Crop, fucking She, Like, it's really, honestly, a lot of my friends are just fucking killing it right
Holmes
now.
from Louisville, too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
They're fucking sick.
But it's just, like, the greater area, man. Like, I mean, Book of Worms that we had year 2 at Holler. I fucking love all their records. So it's really a lot of my inspirations now just come from, you know, the people that can directly inspire.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get enough of it, man. That's why Holler's just cool. It's like, yeah, let me fantasy book all my friends. Like, yeah, you have people, like, I had 3 bands from Ohio. 2 of them shared members, so obviously they knew each other. But the other band I brought from, like, Ohio, which is, you know, in their scene, they had no idea who they were.
Who were they?
Flock of Moons was like they're from Akron. The other 2 bands I had were from Columbus area. It was Worm Sun and Weed Demon. But yeah, no, none of them knew Flock of Moons, and Flock of Moons wasn't really familiar with them. And then so they actually got to meet each other in the Holler, and that was like their first meeting, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, and fucking She and Crop became best friends down there and shit like that. Like they had met each other at the Holler for like the first year.
That's sick.
Yeah, so you know, all those relationships that go from that, but just like I said, what we do, like fucking Wizard, Wizzerd from fucking Montana.
How many Z's?
2 Z's.
Wizz.
I may have said about 4, but Wizzerd.
Wizard.
But they're from fucking Montana. We played a random Metal Monday with them, and they just like they went on tour in Europe with like Truck Fighters and shit. They're phenomenal. Horse Burner from West Virginia. Like I could. Literally, I'm just going to name a bunch of bands that nobody fucking knows.
Yeah.
You know, subjectively, I'm sure somebody's going to be mutual friends with us.
Dude, if you're a wizard in what'd you say, Montana?
Montana, yeah.
I feel like they'd still burn you at the stake or something out there.
Well, you know, there's a lot of woods to play in. You can get away.
That's cool. I like all those that band Church of the something Skull.
Cosmic Skull.
Church of the, I'm going to check them out. Fucking
really fucking good. Me and Anthony fucking love them. We went and saw them in Nashville, and they were doing like 6, 7-part harmonies that were just flawless.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
You ever listen to Torch?
Man, I saw them years ago at Headliners with Ohm again.
Oh, really?
And High on Fire.
Oh, sick. That's an awesome show.
Well, but that's like the thing is like Ohm was the local band and I was really good friends with, and High on Fire is High on Fire. So I didn't really get into them then, and I've listened here and there. Like I've not heard anything I don't like. I just haven't grasped. Yeah,
I get they caught. I remember the first time I listened to them too. I was like, and then I kept going with it, and I was like, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I've been listening. I'm trying to think what I've been listening to lately. I've been listening that band End. Do you know End?
There's a lot of bands that probably should.
Yeah, for sure there are. Most of the ones I've been in. But End is who is it? It's a guy, Will Putney. He played.
If Cody starts another noise project, they should end too.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just stop it.
They're like real chaotic, kind of like just super aggressive. I guess it's like hardcore, but it's very unorthodox. It's a crazy time signatures. It's a drummer from Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a super group. It's people from the dude from I think that band Architects sings. So, but it's them, and then a band from another Louisville band, Greyhaven. I don't know if you know them or not.
See, I've known that name, and I could not have ever told you they were from Louisville.
They're from Louisville.
Okay,
but I don't know. They may not be from Louisville anymore, but they started in Louisville. I don't know where they are now. But then I don't know.
I will say, compared to Old Dante, I am not much on like. I know I just named a bunch of bands nobody fucking knows about, but like
Dante
compared to Old Dante.
Oh, compared to Dante,
I don't really give a rat's ass about keeping up with much.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, because it's just, man, there's so much.
Yeah.
There's so fucking much.
I only know what kind of floats into my.
Yeah.
I don't like. I used to seek out music, but I don't think I did. I
had a crisis like 2 or 3 years ago when I realized I was like, man, I have discovered the most amount of music I ever have in my life in like the last however many months it was, and I was bored of all of it. And that's at that point. That's when I was like, fuck, man, like I need to slow that roll a little bit, because all you're doing, you're just like oversaturating your own fucking palate. You know, you're just cramming shit in there. It's like, this is cool, yeah, this is cool, this is cool. It's like, man, if it don't really fucking truly grab you, and shit will grab you, and it'll grab you at different times. Like, fuck, man, I didn't like Mastadon for like 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden it became one of my favorite bands, and then all of a sudden
rules.
I didn't like their new albums, but then all of a sudden I started liking their new albums. Like, complete progression that was weird. Never disliked the band, but like wasn't super into it at first. I saw them at Ozfest when I was like 13. Didn't listen to the CD I bought for like a year and a half, 2 years. Thought it was brilliant after I did. Got into the next like 1 or 2. Didn't listen to the like next 3. And then after I go back, dude. After, you know, not listening to 3 in a row, it's like, fuck. There's a lot of good shit here. But I feel like at the same time, if I just like...
Sometimes they're like...
I could have turned myself off those records even more trying to like them initially. I think, you know, if you just kind of let shit grab you when it grabs you, then, you know, you're there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like I said, especially when I was doing the podcast a little bit with Dante, and we were like purposely listening to shit.
Oh, yeah, I remember you guys.
Man, it was just like, by the time I got through like 30, 40 new tracks that we were like, yeah, let's listen to this for the episodes. It's like, man, I liked maybe fucking 3 of those songs in that time. Like, truly. And I don't think I listen to any of those bands on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't become my new favorite. So it's like, I'm oversaturating my brain right now.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of killing the enjoyment of finding new music. And, like, I don't know. I just... There was a certain degree there where, like, I kind of have a tendency to compartmentalize information. Like, you know, if there's like a word association game, I can pretty much say like one word to sum it up for most things. And it's just like whatever information I've gotten, I can throw in a bubble and whatever. It's like there's nuance to a lot of fucking bad people. But if most of what I know about them is bad, I don't really care to know all the nuance that's great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Fucking Mastadon is, I get, they're kind of, the only thing that I guess
they're definitely a top 5 to 10 band for me.
Oh, they're incredible. They're geniuses. The only thing, and it's not even a criticism because I would not nearly as talented as any of them fucking ball hair, but sometimes the way they sing is a little like, if it's kind of derivative of other, like they don't explore a lot, like with I don't know, some of the vocals, I guess, but I don't mind it because I don't really focus on.
See, I think they at least have.
No, I like it. It's original, but it's kind of like.
But where they have the multi-layered approach.
Yeah.
Like maybe nobody there is breaking any new ground or anything, but like the multi-vocal approach at least keeps it to where you're like song to song, you're not. It's not, you know, it's not like listening to Cannibal Corpse album and, you know, Corpse Grinder is just 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're incredible. I guess I could handle Mastadon even if it was just vocals or no vocals. I would be probably just as into it.
See, I've probably been to more death metal shows like in the history of my life, just because when I was going to a fuck ton of shows, I was just going to a lot of death metal shows. The genre of music I probably listen to the most in my spare time is death metal. And it's just because I can't stand, like, in person and, like, you know, getting into it. And, you know, when I was younger, physically beating myself up and beating others up while the shit was going on, it was fine. Yeah. But, like, driving in the car, it's like, if I get, like, 2 or 3 songs in the Corpse record, I'm just like, all right. Next, because you know it's just it beats you over the fucking head. So
Do you like Dying Fetus? I like them a lot.
Oh, see, I love Dying Fetus, but fun. It's the same thing. Like I can make a playlist of like 1 to 2 songs off each album by like all those bands and be satisfied. Yeah, but like somebody starts telling me like, oh, this death metal record is one of the best metal albums of all time. I'm like, subjective. You know, to each their own. Yeah,
it's a lot. Like it's very fat. It's all just fist in your fucking mouth the whole time.
And I know this isn't a death metal band, but we did an episode on like the discography of Municipal A, and it was the most useless 45 minutes of content ever because it was just like, it goes fast. The dude goes, wah, 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 and it's done.
Yeah,
and it's 7 to 8 albums of that, and you're trying to rank the albums, but like what you like, and you're like, well, I like this one less for the same reason I like the other one. It just like how this one does that more than the other one.
Yeah.
So it was like literally 45 minutes of repeating the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I love Municipal A's. One of my favorite bands, probably, like, to go see live. But yeah, no, like, reviewing that shit was stupid. It's like, oh yeah, let me listen to fucking 6 hours of the same fucking formula. Just same tempo, same fucking shit.
Yeah, and it kind of gets monotonous.
And enjoy music that way. Yeah. No, the beauty of Municipal Ace is I can put them in the middle of a playlist where I got a bunch of other shit that isn't like that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I listen to one album because their albums are short. But, you know, again, you stack 8 of them on top of each other. It's like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I almost made myself hate one of my favorite bands.
Well, yeah, if you digest all of it like that, yeah, it would be. Like, if I listened to every Megadeth record, and I would fucking want to die.
Well, that's because, like, after 1992, there's, like, no great Megadeth record.
The last one was good.
That's what a lot of people say.
I couldn't
do it.
You didn't like it?
Isn't there a song about an astronaut on there or some shit?
I don't know.
If I were an astronaut.
Dude, Dave Mustaine's lyrics have
only gotten worse.
Dude, they're so good. He just says... Dave Mustaine just says really like shit that you would say during your normal day. Like, you know, it'd be like, I just made coffee.
Yeah, right.
Time to wake up and go to the gym.
There's only bad news on the front of this paper, you know.
Yeah. And then he'll be talking about what he's doing, and then he'll throw in some sort of political quip. You know, like, this bagel's good. It's got a hole in it like Trump's ear.
How did he become religious fucking Jesus Republican dude?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
People change when they get older, man. It's crazy. He's old. You know what I mean?
Old.
I don't know. I get it.
Megadeth is a love-hate band.
Dude, Megadeth,
I've learned the older I get, my relationships with bands I've lived my entire life almost get more complicated.
Oh, really?
Well, because, like, there's, like, the psychology of the fact that all these man-children did what they did in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pee in hotel room lobbies and fucking throw trash out of fucking hotel windows. And, yeah, fuck this bed, we're going to set it on fire. It's like, those are not well people. They're not well people at all. And like there was like hero worship. I grew up as a kid, I was like, fuck yeah, I might snort some ants one day like Ozzy, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ozzy just fucking kills 21 cats one night and everybody still loves him. Which my relationship with Ozzy is not very complicated. I do still love that guy. But
Ozzy's awesome.
But you know, you frame a lot of that shit in a vacuum.
Yeah, I mean we don't know him, so I mean how can you frame it any other way?
But it's just like, well, no, but there's like a lot of documentaries and shit. It's like, you know, Lemmy's documentary is like he just, you know, he's like, yeah, I have kids and I told him I wasn't going to be a good dad for him and fucked off. I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
I'm sure Lemmy's kid, at least he probably paid for shit. Hopefully.
And there was like one that, you know, started playing music years later, and his dad saw him play, and then Lemmy's like, oh, I like this one, all right. The other 2 or 3, fuck.
This was great.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
But it's like, yeah, no, it's like fucking most of our heroes were just fucking boo-boo man-children. They sucked ass as people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they're also extraordinary at something. So
no, dude, I mean, it's polarizing. It's crazy how fucking successful you can be and be that fucking dysfunctional.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, especially if you've got like a ton of people around you
propping you up,
your shit for you. Yeah, if you're paying.
I love that. There's like that clip of that Ozzy interview where they ask him a question and he just stone faced. It's just like, it just doesn't say anything for like 15 to 20 seconds. Yeah. Like Ozzy, and then,
I feel like Ozzy's been 80 years old for 40 years. You know, what I mean? He's acted that old for such a long time.
I'd argue he's been like 580 years old his whole life. Like I think that dude's from a different time.
Ozzy's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I saw him. I think it was '04. I saw the original Black Sabbath at Ozfest.
Yeah, I was supposed to, but that didn't happen.
It was them, fucking who was it? Judas Priest, Demi Borgir. I don't know if I'm saying that.
I always say Demi Borgir, but
Demi Borgir.
You had fucking Slayer, I think, on that Slipknot.
Slayer,
Queen of Coil, Black Label.
I was about to say.
I just remember the
crazy.
Revolver magazine cover around that time.
Lamb of God. Every Time I Die.
That was like the greatest Ozfest lineup ever. Yeah. I went in 05, but that Iron Maiden. But like
that would have been sick.
Well, when Black Sabbath cancels and you're like a little 12-year-old, 13-year-old Ozzy head, Iron Maiden's like the worst thing in the world to end your day with because it's not Ozzy.
Definitely not Ozzy.
No, and you're like, what the fuck? And so it took me years to really get back into Megadeth, Iron Maiden at that point. Like
because your heart got broken.
Oh yeah, I was just like, fuck
Ozzy. See now,
that wasn't Black Sabbath. That was Iron Maiden. Which now I'd just be like.
That's
fuck yeah! I'm going to see Iron Maiden play like maybe longer. Cool, Yeah. Oh darn,
dude, they have a lot of songs.
They do have a lot of fucking songs.
And
a lot of them sound the same. And I never get tired of it.
Dude, I like that song Alexander the Great. It's stupid. I like a lot of their historical songs, but they're whatever.
Well, I mean that's like the only reason I know any history.
Yeah,
I don't even know it really.
Them and fucking Led Zeppelin, but that's just all Hobbit history. Just talking about hobbits.
Pure Hobbit history. 100% irrefutable facts about hobbits.
Yeah.
By Led Zeppelin. This should be the comeback record.
What's the one they have? Where they talk about fucking Gollum and the Ring Wraiths and other kinds of other shit. Something to Misty Mountains.
Misty Mountain Hop or whatever.
Yeah. That sounds rips.
To be fair, like Robert Plant is in that like horny category that I don't really listen to his words too much.
Horny category?
Yeah, it's just half of Zeppelin is him singing about hobbits, but then he's like, Oh
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, you're horny for some hobbits, dude. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, horny for hobbits.
He's got a small person fetish. Robert Plant, you've been revealed.
Yeah. Midget fucker.
We thought it was just Pete Townsend, but now it's you too.
Shit, does Pete Townsend have a little people thing?
Pete Townsend got arrested for having child porn many years ago.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's not a little people thing. That's just gross.
Yeah, he's a fucking pedophile.
Man, that's not hobbits, dude.
And he was like, it's all right. It's just what we do here. It's all right. And I was like, no, fucking it's not.
See,
all
that's
right.
another aspect of what I'm talking about. All of our heroes are terrible, 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 terrible people for the most part.
Yeah. But I don't know. I never really looked at too many people like that as a hero, though. I just thought they were cool.
Oh, dude, my ass. As soon as I heard like a Zach Wilde interview when I was 13, I was like, I'm going to say fuck every third word now, dude. Yeah. He's the coolest thing ever. He's fucking Jack. Got the fucking... Cool.
His guitar strap.
His
guitar is sometimes the strap is a giant like boat chain.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bunch of bullets.
Yeah, no, I mean that dude's by far the coolest thing ever. But yeah, no, at the time that I was watching him be that dude, he was just like a severe alcoholic that a lot of times was just dicks to his fucking people.
Zach Wilde does have really cool gear. Like he has cool guitar designs and stuff. I mean, it's always that.
And I can't speak for him being cool to or uncool to his people, I guess. There was just like a DVD like where he literally was having like a meltdown backstage over like how the day is gonna go.
How long his hair is.
Dude, he's just completely whatever. And then the band's just like, yes, Zach. Okay, Zach. All right, Zach.
All right.
And it's like they've been through that rodeo like a few 100,000 times. It's like, okay, Zach. It's okay, Zach. We'll be all right.
Everything's
Zach.
fine.
And he's just like, God damn it. The old man isn't going to cut off fucking a song, blah, blah. Like, just, apparently, I guess the opening band wanted to play longer because it was like their hometown. And he was like, man, fuck y'all ain't the headliner.
Yeah.
At least that seemed like the context I remember it being. I don't know. He was just going off.
Probably
and then
tired.
There's like fucking footage of him just yeeting monitors in the crowd and throwing his guitars and like marshals in the crowd because he was mad that there was like one monitor screeching at him the whole time. I'm like, yeah. I'm glad he calmed it down a little bit.
A little bit of a temper.
Well, he had to get sober anyways, or he's gonna die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened with him?
Just fucking blood clots and shit
From drinking?
Yeah.
God.
And he said the reason like he hadn't fucked up and died was because he was drinking. His blood was too thin, so
oh my God,
it wasn't clotting bad enough to fucking like cause anything terrible.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Zachy Wild. Yeah, you have
that shit. Okay, just side note while we're on Zach Wild, I went to like the show in Manchester where Black Label played or whatever, like about a year ago, maybe a year and a half, two, somewhere in that time frame, because my sense of time's terrible. God damn, it was like people of fucking like Walmart, the metal show. It was just the scariest, worst looking white people you could fucking possibly imagine.
That tracks.
Like I was hot.
Were you surprised?
Like my sister was hot in that crowd.
Well, you shouldn't say that.
No, in that crowd, in that crowd, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody else was doing. They were looking at their own sisters.
They were there with their sisters.
Dude, it was scary. Like it was just, and like just fucking biker dudes with like face tattoos, and like I remember seeing a motorcycle helmet that had a gigantic swastika on the chin strap. I was like, all right, this might be my last Black Label show.
There's definitely like a lane of metal that's like adjacent to like biker shit. That's the bad side of it. I mean, I feel like there's some weird stuff with Slayer too.
I mean, they used the fucking Iron Eagle, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But Tom Araya is Mexican.
And, like, religious.
Oh.
Yeah, he's, like, Catholic or some shit.
Oh, well, most Mexicans are.
But, I don't know. Is he Mexican? I think he might be, like...
His name's Araya. I think that's He may... You know what? He may be... He's Hispanic.
He's something down yonder is what
he
we're
is
getting
beneath... I don't want to say beneath. Below. Below...
Below's
geographically,
yeah, he's south of heaven. There you go,
dude. There's a part in an FBA song that no one ever probably knew other than us in the band, but it's just like this little part where we do that from Rain and Blood or whatever.
Dude, there's 90% of like all my riffs I say sounds like something. It don't sound nothing like.
No, we like on purpose to put it in there. Yeah. We like recorded it, wrote it, but like that sounds like Rain and Blood. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And it's a fun little secret.
There's a little clip of like Dave Grohl talking about how he ripped all the Nirvana drum parts from like disco.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's funny. Because you're not going to think about it just because the dressing is different, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of music, too, though. It's like you could literally be like, all right, you just do what this other song does, and none of the rest of us are going to do that. You know? And it still come out as something, you know, wholly unique.
Oh, yeah. I get writing, like I feel like I take a longer time writing songs because I'm almost like hyper aware of it not sounding like something.
See, I quit giving a rat's ass after I realized that like every genre just has tropes. So you're bound to just do a trope.
Oh yeah.
I mean, every metal band in the history of fucking ever has some variation of just going dun 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 dun.
That's all I do is just chugging,
and then they go into something off of that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we literally fucking splicers. We literally just drop off, go da 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 da. But yeah, every band in the history of ever has broken down. Probably multiple times in their career went da 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 da, you know.
Yeah,
so it's like if you're thinking too hard about it, then yeah, you're holding yourself back from just being like.
Yeah, it's like no one. If it sounds too much like something, somebody will say.
Well, in the music industry, like really started like off people playing other people's shit. Like you went to a club. You had to play the standards and stuff like that, you know? Like, you're at an old jazz club. If you weren't playing all the standards of the fucking time, you couldn't get work.
Yeah.
So it's, like, crazy how, like, you got people now, they're just like, oh, cover bands are an abomination or like what. Like I hate when.
I mean, they're not an abomination. It's just like a lower form of entertainment.
I mean, I reckon, but I mean,
it's a step above karaoke. Because somebody good is doing it.
I just hate talking shit on something that has a place.
No, it's for mass consumption. It's Walmart. It's music for Walmart.
Yeah. I mean, no,
maybe for Target.
No, 100%. But like, y'all know, you always get this super negative. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes you get like original musicians that act like, cover bands are like taking away from them somehow. And I'm like,
they're not taking shit from me. I'm not good enough to be in a cover band. I'm not good enough to. I've never been able to like play.
I kind of learned that here in the last couple of weeks, and it's only because I have zero time.
Yeah.
Like, I could totally play whatever, like, if I really sit down with it.
Yeah.
But, like, somebody's like, hey, you want to do this, like, Beatles cover thing? I was like, man, it would be cool to kind of just pick Paul McCartney's bass playing brain, Half that career was very punk rockish. Very easy to pick up and start playing.
Oh, yeah.
Post acid, that dude's doing some weird ass shit that I would have never thought of playing on bass. Like just
he's a fucking goat,
just dude. Like carrying like walking bass lines and melodies, but he's like playing like whole notes, and it's just like it just doesn't match like what the song is like. It in my head, it doesn't match.
Yeah,
like what I would play in those situations would have been completely different. But that's that's the beauty of that stuff. But no, I was supposed to practice with him last week. I was like, man, I'm on Holler Doom week. It's like the busiest week of my life.
Yeah.
And it always usually is, just because mainly stress.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you trip balls and get drunk and barely care while you're there, and it runs smoothly and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But leading up, I'm always stressed out. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to just be like, man, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, you gotta. I would. There's only so much time.
If I, once I'm established and would know all that shit, it would be great to just go perform.
Yeah.
But like, there's some iconic bass lines in there I don't want to fuck with. It's it's Paul McCartney. Some of that shit. That's why I don't like singing karaoke. I don't really like purposely butchering somebody's shit.
Yeah.
And 90% of the shit I'm gonna go in there, even as a vocalist in the band. But 90% of the shit I would like want to drunkenly do a karaoke. I'm about to fuck all up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, that's just how it is.
Karaoke's fun. It's fun.
You
sometimes.
have a wonderful time with it.
It's fun. I go crazy. One time I knocked one time at yesterday's karaoke in Lexington.
I was like, you get rowdy up there sometimes.
I for some reason there were like 10 people in there, and I put on a Lamb of God song. And
I've done Lamb of God.
I jumped off the stage, which the stage is only 6 inches or less from the floor. And I jumped off there and hit a bunch of those aluminum chairs, those big tall ball chairs, and they look like bowling pins, and they just knocked everything over. And everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I just fell over. I didn't even mean to do it. I just fell, and my big body just knocked them all over.
Yeah, I've probably done karaoke. I've worked there like a year probably in the next week, and I've probably done karaoke like 3 times ever.
Hold on a second.
Damn, checking your phone too.
Sorry, I'm getting messages from different family members. I apologize.
Anybody dead?
Thankfully, no. I had to go to a funeral last week. It sucked.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, see, every time I make a joke, you go...
No one's dead, though, but somebody did die last week.
Well, somebody is dead.
Somebody is dead. Someone is dying.
Dude, when I came back from Holler, god damn, trillion people had somebody die.
Oh, really?
I've never seen more death on my timeline than ever.
Any deaths at Holler?
No. We were living it up.
Good.
But...
you don't want that to
But
happen.
on top of, the other wonderful news of the weekend, I came home and it was just sad. Super sad. The first scroll I go on, it's dead, dead, dead. Richard Simmons, dead.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Dead, dead. Donald Trump's ear, dead. It was just
it was a lot happened this weekend.
It was just so many people, whether I knew them or not. And I don't know why, but it is weird. And I feel like there's a weird tendency when I have those moments where I get away from my phone. I come back to it and it's always doom and gloom. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where everyone, this past weekend was exceptionally like. What's her name?
Well, I was gonna say
Shelley Duvall.
But like
died.
on top of all the celebrity shit, I could probably like say I saw like double the amount of people that died.
Oh,
like it was just crazy death week.
Yeah, yeah. My buddy died on the 4th. They were like out. I guess him and his buddy were out like working on his car, and his buddy went inside, and when he came back out, he had like I guess just fallen and. So we went to church and stuff from very young all the way to college together. Okay. But it was crazy. I went to the funeral and it was weird. It sucked. But I did.
I usually don't go to those things and go, man, that fucking thing was rad.
You don't go?
I don't. I mean, if you go to a funeral and you're like, man, that was the coolest funeral out here.
No, some funerals are
super
cool.
awesome fucking funeral, bro.
Yeah, it was. It was
Some are better than
somber
others.
weekend. Yeah. It was somber, but then I had shows sandwiched between all that. Like, so.
And that always saves life a little bit.
Yeah, so I had like something to like focus on other than just all that shit.
Yeah, I'm always very thankful and fortunate if I have stuff around bigger moments in life where it's like, okay, I can go be normal pretty quick.
Cannot focus. How did you guys do like a shared back line at Holler this year?
Oh, dude, that bass cab is a dirty little slut. We made it through everybody.
Heck yeah.
Well, a couple bands opted not to, and it was kind of weird.
Oh, really?
It's like, let me set my little baby amps in front of your big giant amps while we played loud rock and roll too. I was like, man, come on now.
Yeah.
There was like two bands, but
do most people just switch out their head or whatever?
Yeah, and we actually shared a fair amount of the drums too.
That's good.
But it turned out that like every other band did that. So we were still switching the drums.
Oh, shit.
It's like our drum set was the one that was up there, not Dante's shitty kit. I'm going to just keep talking shit about Dante.
He ain't gonna
drop
a leg on you. I'm gonna text him and be like, Dante, watch out.
Dude, make a Dante highlight reel.
At 57 minutes, watch out.
Yeah, going for the gutter. No, it's just his kid is bound to just turn into sawdust any second now. I think it's just fucking.
He whacks the shit out of him. He beats the crap out of his drum.
Well, I think Anthony's drum set, because that's the one we've been using out live and like doing when we do share. I think he's finally realizing how
heavy,
not nice most doom metal drummers are to drums.
So
we're not known for hitting them softly.
So with gear, like how with your own gear, like your bass, and do you like? Are you always looking for gear? Are you kind of like a shopper and always looking at stuff?
I have a terrible influence in my guitar player. Because he's always buying something different.
Oh yeah, that's my.
And I'm very much so like. I've had the same pedal board now for like I added one pedal in like the last 2 years. Like I'm very much so. I just want the weapons that work.
Yeah.
And like where I want to be interesting is how I play.
Yeah.
Like I got the tools that I got. I mean, really, a lot of the other bass shit I would ever want, it would be just noises. More so than stuff that utilizes the sounds while I play, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like any more than what I got right now, like I said, yeah, it would just be like so rare that I would use it, I feel like. So, but, and my dad was a huge collector too, and I was just like, man, fuck that.
What's your main bass?
So for the last 8 to 10 years, I was just using like a little fucking $250, $300 sub-series. But Music Man. It's like their version of the Squire for the Stingray.
Yeah.
And then I opted to finally upgrade in the last 6 months or whatever it's been. And I ordered a Sterling.
Nice.
Which is, like the mid-range Stingray.
Yeah.
It's like $1,100.
Yeah.
Electronics didn't work in it at all when I got it out of
new?
the package. Yeah. Brand new.
And the electronics didn't work?
I plugged it in day one, played it for like an hour, Worked fine. Plugged it in day 2. Just all this crazy interference. I was like, well, let me change the battery, maybe. Change battery. Smacking knobs. Nothing was really like
active pickups.
It wasn't responsive to like what I was, because usually you can tap around and see like what is fucking up. None of that. Took it to Phil. Had to do up. And literally, he had the order of operations down to like the very last thing he could possibly check of what was fucked up. And there's apparently like a little piece of like soldering, like shrapnel inside one of the pots.
Oh, and that was so like shorting it out.
Jumping around. Was just jumping around and fucking interfering with the signal like crazy.
Oh my God.
So I get that fixed, which took like a month because
solder joints.
Because fucking old Brandon, who's another guy that works on stuff there, but
I know Brandon.
Yeah, he's on vacation, so Phil's got to do all the shit that Brandon would do, whatever. So it took me like a month to get this bass because I already fell in love with the wood. Like I'm one of those dudes that if it feels good, plays good, sounds good, and it's just an electronics issue, it's like whatever, just get it fixed. Because if I send it back in and they send me another one, there's a big chance that it's not as good. You can play 100 guitars and same brand, same color, same fucking supposed to be the same everything, and it not feel right. So like when you get one that feels right, it's like, all right, well let me just take my lumps.
Hell yeah.
And then in Danville about 2 weeks ago, I'm just standing there doing some fucking spiel, talking to the crowd. Just falls off my fucking neck, fucking my strap. I guess my strap's been run through one too many times.
Oh shit!
And this
fucking get you some strap locks, dog.
Well, no, I got a strap lock. Like, that's the thing. The strap lock fell. The strap lock unit fell through the strap.
Damn.
Yeah. So and it shattered one of my tuning pegs like off, and so
fuck, dude.
We were able to like use some weird metal glue shit, welder glue shit that put it back on there. So
damn,
I got a bass I'm still making payments on that I fucked up super hard already.
Oh shit!
And never mind that like me and Anthony like grind our guitars together during Killdozer, and
he plays an SG, doesn't he?
Well, he's actually been playing a Fender lately.
Oh really?
But again, this dude just never quits with this shit. He's
always buying and selling.
I think he bought that motherfucker in Fort Wayne or some shit. We were just on the road. Well, now, okay, it was after that, so it was like in between Fort Wayne and wherever we were next. Can't remember exactly where that was. It was like this crazy guitar like warehouse that was like the second most ridiculous shop we've ever been in, probably right behind Sweetwater, because Sweetwater was fucking epic.
Oh yeah, Sweetwater stores fucking rules.
But I can't remember what this place is called, but yeah, no, he just plays this Fender, and it was like $200-$300. He really liked it. It was just basic.
Is it a Strat?
No, it's I don't know. It's one of the tweener bitches. Like, it ain't no Strat or Telly, but it's
Jazzmaster?
Something like that. I don't know. I'm bad.
That's cool.
I'm bad. But it's just a flat, like, dark brown guitar. And he likes it. He's been ripping it.
That's awesome. I have a
Strat. Eastwood baritone for
oh, yeah. I think I've seen him play
lower tune stuff.
I have a Strat that's like in the it's getting painted like seafoam green.
See, that's why I like the sub-series I've had. The colors.
Is that what color was it?
Yeah, roughly.
It was like a teal. Was it a teal?
I always said it was seafoam, but...
Yeah, I'm getting a seafoam green.
Just classic.
Yeah, I'm getting it painted at... My buddy works at a guitar place, manufacturer, and he's getting it dipped for me. Woo! But, yeah, dude, I love buying and selling stuff. Like, I'm broke as fuck doing comedy, so I don't get to do it as much anymore.
I fucking hate that process.
It's fun.
I hate saying, hey, let me put this thing on the internet cheaper than what it should be sold for anyways, to have people like be like, oh yeah, I'll give you some Bazooka bubble gum and a
it's crazy.
PlayStation 2 copy of Twisted Metal Black or something.
People want to trade anything. Like, I'll trade you my daughter for that.
Or they'll be like, oh, Kramer. That's a Mexi, no more than $50, man. I'm like, what, man, fuck off, dude.
Dude, the worst marketplace, I'm a big marketplace guy. The people really like to tell you specifics about everything. They're like, yeah, I want to buy your camera, for example. I sold a camera recently. I want to buy your camera, but here's the thing. My mom, she has AIDS, and I can't buy that camera until I buy her AIDS medicine. I don't get paid until 2 weeks. So I'm going to hit you up in 3 weeks, and then I'm going to buy it from you then. I'm like, all right.
I'd like to buy them shoes off of you, but I ain't got no feet.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just said, you didn't have to say any of that. You know, you didn't have to tell me about your mom. I mean, I really don't care. Like, I know that's cruel, but like, it's all right. I'm just trying to sell.
I'd shake your hand if I didn't have this rash.
I'm just trying to sell this camera.
Yeah.
But, dude, so Marketplace has this, like, if you look at Marketplace enough, it starts curating a feed for you in your thing. And I have some listings that I wanted to show you because they're so weird, and I don't know, this is like a new segment.
Okay.
And I don't know what to call it yet, other than Marketplace listings. So I took some pictures, and we're gonna look at them together. I'm gonna put them up on the screen. Hold on, let me
get comfortable with you.
All right,
baby.
so this one is called Air Guitar, not a real guitar, and it's a clear guitar. It's like clear plastic, but it is.
Is it a piggy bank? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, but it has the state of Ohio.
Oh man!
In between the pickups.
Only Ohio could think of something like
it
that.
said, hold on, it says something. It says born. Wait.
Oh no!
Born in heaven, the home of rock and roll.
This is Cleveland.
Does this say Cleveland? Yeah, you're right. It does. I'm stupid.
Which is definitely not heaven. It smells funny and you can't park anywhere.
Yeah, and the river caught on fire one time. But it's funny that they called it air guitar because
that's not right either.
Yeah, it's clear, so I think they meant, it's see-through.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's air.
It's a kill a sea turtle guitar. Too much plastic. No.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, all right, we're going to move on. I really like that one.
The Ohio is the creme de la creme of that.
And air guitar.
It's only $40. I would give that guy like
$40. Original air guitar with state of Ohio etched in the back.
I'd lowball him for $5 and see if I can get it for $12.
All right, we'll see what.
Roughly.
All right, I'm going to message that and say I'll give you $5 for this piece of crap. All right, this next one is homemade furry mask, free. Description: it's not
covered in cum. No.
Yeah, covered in jizz. Description: it's not free. I'm looking for trades or money. I'm not picky.
You sound pretty picky, dude. You
said, yeah. I mean,
so
I like how it's not free.
A horse?
It looks like
or is it a?
It looks like that monster from Neverending Story. That weird thing they flew around on.
Yeah.
That gay dragon or whatever.
Hey, that gay dragon was cool.
All right, here we go. Sloth head costume, furry cosplay monstrosity. $15.
I feel like Dante's seen all these.
Yeah, Dante's been getting on Marketplace.
I can't wait for the Dante supercut.
Description: sloth out and relax in
cosplay monstrosity.
Yeah, cosplay monstrosity. Sloth out and relax in this professional sloth mascot helmet thing. Get weird.
Hey, at least they know what they want.
Yeah,
they
dude,
want
this guy,
$15 whole dollars for it.
Peace sign. All right, this one's fun. $15 marked down from 20. Valentine furry mask.
So is this supposed to be?
I don't know.
A custom gremlin?
Yeah, it says paid a lot of money for fur and mask, handmade furry mask.
That's a raptor face.
I know. Painted
with a dog nose.
Yeah.
Darby Allin lips. I don't know. You know any wrestling?
Like, like some kind of Misfits lips.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better probably. And with some fucking
weird eyes.
With some gremlin ears.
Yeah, and it says...
But it's like white and furry.
Paid a lot of money for furry mask, handmade furry mask, painted it myself. Ear is kind of falling off. If you have a hot glue gun, you can fix it. My loss, your gain. The character's name is Valentine, and she's a Valentine's Day fluffy dino. She's full of love, and you can brush the fur out. It'll make it look way better.
So she does. She should have known that
the ears fucked up.
Dinosaurs have feathers. First off,
what does she think fixing a fucking mask ear is worth? Does she think it's worth $15? I mean, she should throw this in the trash can. The ears falling off.
All I'm saying is, if all these masks are $15, how much are the suits?
All right.
Oh my lordy!
Vintage homemade?
Question mark. Chewbacca? Question mark.
Mask asterisk.
Halloween display costume.
It looks like Will Ferrell or something. It's so weird.
Or like if Winnie the Pooh got his face cut off.
Yeah, it does. It looked like Winnie the Pooh got put in the dryer.
Yeah, like.
All right, it says.
Why is it that flat?
I don't know. It's very flat.
Like it literally looks
it's like two-dimensional.
Looks like some Leatherface shit.
I think this was made by someone's mom for a Halloween costume. My first thought was that it was Chewbacca from the Star Wars movies. It'd just be another furry character or animal. Showing its age would be cute on display.
I do think it's Chewbacca, but that's been through hell.
Yeah, it's definitely like got some bed bugs.
Does it say it's a fur? No, it just says Halloween. Okay.
All right, this one's kind of gross. Alien dog fursuit. Full alien dog fursuit.
That's $350. So that answers some of my questions.
Yeah, I think that's why
people
I saved
really
it.
Like.
They only want $5 for the fake Chewbacca.
People really like want to save money on the headgear, but they want to go all out for where you stick it.
Yeah, it looks like it stinks. Doesn't it look like it's
have
musty?
to. They're fucking orgy outfits. They ain't gonna smell great after the first 73 of those, because these freaks are just sucking and fucking everywhere they can.
Everywhere, dude.
Depraved. That's why Dante is probably got a bid on. Well, actually, this isn't bidding. Never mind. This ain't even
$350. I bet this one's still up. All right, this one's a little bit. This one is titled Black Skin Suit.
Yeah.
Size extra large.
So
only worn once. Size XXL.
So pre the internet being a very popular thing, I did like
do blackface.
But it wasn't intended to be anything other than my face was black. I thought I was doing like corpse paint but darker.
Oh, I see. You were trying.
I was like 13 and nobody told me not to.
Well, I mean,
and I was handing out candy on the porch. Like there was a lot of people that walked by and saw me, and nobody said nothing. I'm just saying, dude. Like, it's wild.
Well, I'll make you feel better because I did blackface one time on purpose. I was in a talent show in middle school, and for some reason, I was cast to play the part of Wanda. I don't know if you ever remember the show In Living Color. There was this character Jamie Foxx played named Wanda, and she was this big, ugly woman.
I remember that. But
yeah, I was Wanda because I did the best Wanda impression.
See, but like here,
and so I was like, you should do paint your face like Wanda, and I was like, okay, and I did it, and I walked out into the hallway to go to the talent show, and my friend who I went to high school with, she saw me and she was black, and she just looked at me like, what the hell? Like she didn't even know like what to say, and I just kept it moving. But I knew in that moment I had done something wrong.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is like for real.
I'm so sorry.
Can we calm down on being mad at Halloween costumes unless you dress like this?
Yeah. What if you want to be like? I had this joke. What if I think black kids should be able to do a little blackface, like if they're lighter skinned but they want to go as like Idris Elba or something.
If like Michael Jackson wanted to be himself 20 years earlier.
Yeah. He could just get a costume from Halloween Express. Yeah, black skin suit. This one's great. Mandarin costume, size large. Says large.
And I think, and it's worn once.
$5.
And what's crazy about that is like nobody came in it a bunch of times, you wouldn't think.
Well, it says
somebody wanted $350 for that thing covered in cum.
But you see, it's Mandarin.
Yeah, it's very, I would eat that.
I think is that General Tso's outfit? I think they meant Mandalorian. Is what I think they meant. This is kind of inside baseball in here. I guess.
Could have said mandolin.
Mandolin.
And then it would have been just in the wrong category altogether.
Hey, if you wanna hold it, you got to Venmo them too. $5.
You better, yeah. Oh, McDonald's drive-thru.
I want to make sure I'm not showing any nasty stuff here.
Oh, that's a cock.
Oh, here we go. Burgundy stiletto chair, suede material.
This dead ass is not that crazy. My dad's old bar, the Blue Moon,
had one?
Had one of those. So,
that's pretty sick.
I'd almost actually give that dude $45 just for nostalgia.
Yeah, $45 is kind of a good deal.
It's hella not comfortable. But
yeah, it's
I'd almost yeah, no, that's actually you just actually every one of those reminded me of childhood, by the way.
Really?
No, just that one. Let me not get no rumors started. I didn't have to wear the alien dog suit and do any weird shit. I did go blackface though, so I guess two of them did.
Well, you and me both. Medieval Sabbaton pair steel. A pair of stainless steel medieval, I don't know if I'm saying that word, Sabbatons.
Sabaton,
for armor, fully articulating and functional, fits an adult male.
This is metal, and it's stainless steel, and it's still $200 cheaper than the cum suit.
It's $150. That's for the pair.
So it's $200 cheaper than the cum suit, the cum dog alien suit.
Yeah.
That you know has been cummed all over.
I really... Okay, so this person's description is very interesting. They said... A pair of stainless steel, fully articulated and functional, fits an adult male! Exclamation point. I ordered brand new, but I'm a tiny lady, and these are so huge on me. Ha 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 ha. Great condition. Size 11 to 14 men with room for grace. I'm estimating, but it's pretty standard for a grown dude. So I don't know. Like, I feel like this person is just really focusing on like how big men are.
She's trying to find her knight in shining armor that has no armor yet.
Yeah, her knight needs some shoes.
It's like, I am 90 pounds and I bought these fucking...
Her knight needs a shoe.
Are they shoes or are they fucking...
They're
like,
Sabbatons.
Is it like a fucking...
You put your feet in there.
Is that not like a thigh strap?
No, it's
Does
just
that not
feet.
go over your knees? What the hell?
We'll
get there, I'm sure.
I will get there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just really like her.
I'll have to Google Sabaton.
Yeah, I ordered brand new, but I'm a tiny lady, and these are so huge on me.
Like, did you not know that when you bought them brand new?
Ha ha ha. Yeah, I think she is maybe lonely and looking for.
To be fair, I don't think tiny ladies were allowed to wear those in those times.
They weren't even allowed to talk or have money or read
or have heads in a lot of situations.
Yeah, if they didn't act right. $75 costume, cousin it or Bigfoot.
I didn't.
Worn once for a costume party, could be cousin it or Bigfoot. Paid $100 on Amazon.
The prices here are what getting me again.
Well, I think these things are expensive.
The $350 cum suit compared to the $75 cousin it and or Bigfoot.
That could easily just be a cum suit too. It could be just as easy.
Yeah, but the other was like intentionally a cum suit.
What, the dog?
The alien dog cum suit?
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Ronald McDonald statue with bench, $3,000. Okay, that's kind of crazy that they cost that much. I don't think it's worth that much.
Well,
do you think it is?
I can see it.
If you're crazy,
I can see it.
I mean, who's buying that?
Well, there's
a local McDonald's.
Very weird old white people that have like eaten Big Macs every day their entire life.
Yeah. All right, I think I
work
have
at
one
Donato's,
more.
And there's a dude that's literally spent. There's a dude that spent $14,000 in less than 2 years at Donato's.
Just ordering pizza,
like every day steak hoagie and or like medium Hawaiian and or. But like mainly just steak hoagies, 4 Diet Pepsis, 2 cookies or some shit.
Every day?
Every day. And he's been like dying every one of those days.
Yeah, we're all dying.
I'll answer the phone and be like, "This is Ray.
I'm starving. Give me the hoagie."
Like I used to know his credit card number.
Oh, you like, I got you.
Dude, he would say it so often.
All right, here we go. Repurposed doll. Repurposed doll with 3D printed head. Repurpose for what? Like, what do you repurpose in this fucking thing?
What 3D printer
for?
made a janky ass skull like that? 3D printers are pretty goddamn precise.
I know.
That just looks like a Halloween skull.
It's like a weird baby.
Shoved on a. Doesn't even look like it's connected.
It's
really.
Like they torched her head off and gave her a wig. I like it. All right, this is fun. Toyota Celica, $500, 2003.
Just being drove on.
Dude is driving a dang side by side over it. 2003 Toyota Corolla.
Literally
coupe.
just fuck this car.
Yeah. Driven 999,999 miles. 03 Celica GTS 6-speed, completely stripped interior. It's basically just for parts.
Perfect for a gambler.
Yeah, perfect. Is that what it says?
This is perfect for a gambler, lemons, derby, whatever. It's a manual, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Black car has no engine.
If it doesn't have an engine, what's the point? It didn't mean
it's real fun.
Yeah. It's fun because it's broken.
But it has a 6-speed in it as well for parts and whatnot. It's a roller.
No
titles on either one. Are they trying to sell both of them?
And there's may or may not come with a snake that lives around them. That's pretty cool. You might get a snake if you buy it. This 03 is the silver one. It needs a battery, but it'll start up and take off.
See, this is what's crazy about the car market now. It's like literally, this sucks and won't run. Still give me
$500 for it.
Yeah, there's animals growing and living in it, but no. Market value on that shit's crazy.
All right, I got one more, okay? Now, this is a good one. This is not stupid. I mean, it might be stupid to some people, but I thought it was cool. 1971 Volkswagen Beetle, $27,900. It is painted looks like the Cincinnati Bengals motif. It's orange with black stripes.
My bandmates would tell you that bringing up the Cincinnati Bengals around me is always a sensitive subject.
Okay, well...
I hate them motherfuckers.
Well, this is just a car. This is just a car version.
Joe Burrow's a big pussy bitch.
97 Jungle Bug.
But to be fair, this is pretty goddamn tight. If I was a Bengals fan, I would
dude, this thing's sick. It doesn't say anything about the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Flip it off for levity, though.
Okay, flip it. Look at this thing, dude. Golly. Look at those seats. I like orange. I do. I'm like I don't know, orange and black are kind of like I like that contrast.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many bad memories.
Of losing?
Yes.
A Beetle like no other. An extensive amount of customization was done to this vehicle, from all exterior trim being shaved to the custom paint to the stereo to the wheels. Runs and drives very good. There is too much to list on here, so please call for questions.
I bet Bootsy Collins would buy that.
Dude, $28,000 for this thing.
Bootsy Collins loves the Bengals. I could see him rolling to the game like that.
All right, I forgot I had one more.
Is it a child?
Vintage clown costume, boys, large, 12 to 14. Wore once porch pickup off Haynes, boys, large, 12 to... Why did they mark the damn baby's face out on here? It's like a witch baby, and they marked its face out. They're like...
Yeah, I guess they're trying to protect their kids.
My baby! It's just crazy.
But they're like,
looking.
come pick this up off the porch?
Yeah, it's just crazy looking. You can come to our porch. Here's our address, but I'm not going to show you what my kid's face looks like.
Yeah, you can find out where I live and steal my baby, but...
You got to be careful.
Do not look at my baby.
Remember, if you're doing marketplace transactions, meet in a place that is, like a parking lot, like a Jimmy John's or a Walmart.
I don't fuck with that shit.
You don't like it?
No, selling shit.
I like it.
I'm too poor. I hoard everything.
Speaking of, I have a Stingray that I'm about to sell. Actually,
no,
it's not a joke. Like, I have a Music Man Stingray I'm about to sell.
Like a whole ass Stingray, $2,000.
It was my best friend who passed away a number of years ago, and I have it, and I need to do something with it to survive, basically. So I never play it either, so it's kind of,
Well, bass is barely an instrument. I don't blame you.
I mean, if I played it, if I was using it, I wouldn't think of it, but I'm not, and it's like, it's a nice bass, so it reminded me.
Aren't you glad we chose art?
Mm-hmm.
I know comedians, they call themselves artists, though.
Yeah.
Or a lot
Most
of them
aren't. Most musicians aren't either. So.
No, I don't really, like, sometimes I get caught up in it, but like half the time if I start talking about being an artist, it is like, ugh.
It's pretty.
I just make my shit go burr.
Yeah, it's pretty pretentious.
Yeah.
We're artists. I mean, we are, though.
But
it's okay. It's okay to say we're both.
There is inherent traits that go across all art.
Yeah.
But I'm really stoned right now.
And you can find them on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, there was a lot of art there.
That was
reminded me of my best art ever, like when I did blackface.
Yeah.
I still can't believe nobody said shit.
Should I title that episode Blackface?
It was like my MySpace profile picture for a long time too. Like nobody.
No way.
Nobody told me.
No one told you? I would have told you immediately, dude.
Nobody was offended, I guess.
We've known each other for a few years now, but we're still,
I think we need to calm down on Halloween costumes, though. Let people be offensive.
Let people do.
Let them children be Indians.
Let people do blackface. What you're saying?
I mean, unless you're like old, white, and racist.
Oh, I'm joking.
Yeah, if you're hella old, white, and racist, and have a clear history of racism, then maybe not. But.
What about a murky history with it? What if it's unclear, like Slayer?
You ever grow up, or like I'm sure you grew up around here?
No, I grew up in Tennessee.
Oh, so okay, you grew up in a worse place.
Yeah.
You ever have those people that try to explain it's like, not all black people are, but there's a lot that are. And you're like, you don't even realize how fucked up that is till like 20 years later and you're thinking about your childhood and it's like, oh wow, people just justified that shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like, yeah, no, I was like always like, yeah, I was never around racist people growing up. I was never around racist people growing up. And then you put two and two together. Dude, I was a hella oblivious. I know motherfuckers doing fucking all kinds of crazy drugs, and I just been like, yeah, they're a little weird, man. I don't know. I've just always kind of had sunshine and rainbow mentality a little bit. So
yeah, I grew up around lots of racist people.
But yeah, no, it's funny. It was like there was just a lot of like.
Kentucky's not a very diverse state though, at all.
To be fair though, the high school I went to was like 60% non-white.
I know. I mean, just a state as a whole, like the numbers.
But it just for my background, for anybody that's not in Kentucky.
Did you grow up in Lexington?
Yeah, I went to Bryan Station. So.
Okay. So that's over there.
No. And so it was just funny that I was in middle school / high school and did blackface for Halloween and nobody said anything.
You didn't get any shit. Maybe you were cool. Maybe they were like, yeah, he's cool.
I mean, clearly.
They're like, he's an artist. He's cool.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. That's why he gets to do it.
He's doing blackface for us.
Yeah. You were like, you were old school Black Lives Matter.
Dude.
Before 100%. It was cool.
Yeah, and you just gotta wear that shit on your sleeve or your face.
You can, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just crazy some of the shit people would say back in the day. And like I said, my little innocent child mind was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Adult explained it to me very peacefully.
Yeah.
And then like, so you just grow up and you look back on some of that shit and see how all the things I've had and you're like, damn, that's some fucked up shit people were saying back then.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, some people still say it. But I think it's probably way less than it, probably less.
No, the percentages are way lower. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier to be around other types of people now.
Well, and shit, so people back at Bryan Station, the fucking everybody, and I mean everybody, in the respectful way, but everybody said it at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it was crazy.
They still say it at Bryan Station.
Oh, I know. I'm sure. I'm sure kids ain't changed any. Kids be just saying the most fucked up shit. I remember in 4th grade, I told somebody I had no idea what the fuck it meant. I heard it on Maury one time though. I was like, "You're like the neighborhood bicycle. Everybody got a ride." The 4th grade teacher comes up to me and like fucking like before lunch or after lunch is like, where did you hear this phrase of this, that, and the other?
Maury.
And I was like, Maury. I was like, what the hell is even wrong with it? Because the only reason I said it is because this big, loud, annoying bitch on the bus was pissing me off. And I heard the dude on Maury say it. Everybody went, oh.
Oh.
And I was like, hell yeah. So I was like, well, hell yeah, I'm going to drop this line on her. And
did you get in trouble?
No, everybody went, oh. And then, yeah, she told on me. And it was like, but I didn't really get in trouble because like I literally was like oblivious to like I looked at the years like I don't know what the fuck that means.
That's a good excuse. I would have said that too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't even know what I
No,
said.
I had no idea. I just heard it on Maury, and I dropped the mic, and like I said, the same thing that happened on Maury happened on the bus. Everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Why are we in 4th grade? And why is everybody fucking?" They probably all heard it on Maury too.
They didn't know what it meant either.
Yeah,
they didn't know what it fucking meant.
We were all in 4th grade watching Maury like a motherfucker.
I did. I watched that and MTV Raps.
I didn't have cable, so it was just like, all right, you waited for Maury to be over, so you get that back-to-back Simpsons episode.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but yeah, no, it was hilarious.
Well, I think we're at like an hour and a half.
And we just now got on the racism. Damn,
just now.
What a terrible comedy podcast.
Save the best for last. Can you tell like people where you would like to be followed at? Like
my job, my house.
Oh, like
my
on
driveway.
the internet. On the internet.
Oh, Feet Finder.
Are you on there?
Well, I've been looking, but I ain't found myself yet.
You should get on there.
It's crazy. I bet you can fucking make badass money with that old fucking broke ass toe you got.
Dude, it's gross looking.
I don't want to look at it.
I'm not going to show you.
Okay, thank you.
It's a secret.
I'll look for it on Feet Finder though. But now, Facebook, fucking add me. I don't give a shit. David Andrew Langley. Fucking Instagram, same shit. If you look it up. STORMTOKER on absolutely everything. All one word, capital T.
STORMTOKER.
Let's say we got 3 albums out online, fucking 2 music videos up on YouTube, a bunch of other live videos, this, that, and the other. I'm sure this interview will be shared on all that stuff as well. Holler of Doom. We just got done with that. The 5th edition will be July 11th and 12th, 2025 in London, Kentucky. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. You ever play Nashville?
Yeah.
All right. Catch us in Nashville on the 27th, if this will be out before then.
Of July?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be out this week.
All right, cool. So
where y'all playing in Nashville?
The Vinyl Lounge with Karma Vulture, Omen Bringer, and Titans of Siren. And then we're playing the Green Lantern at the beginning of August. I think the 8th with Karma Vulture as well.
Okay, so
and a band called Dead Runes. And then immediate aftermath there is us kind of coming back down and, like I said, buckling down on the last bit of the record we need to work on, and that'll be out hopefully, at the latest early next year.
Word.
We're going to shop it around a little bit and see what's up. And then beyond that, send me money.
Send him money.
Send me money, dude.
Give this dude money.
I'll get you some feet pictures in blackface, dude. I'll paint my feet black. I don't give a fuck.
You gotta get behind the paywall on that one.
Deep. Hey, there's no Pornhub, so I can hook y'all up. Get you some Dave
I don't get it. There's no Pornhub, but I think isn't that like the only? Aren't there other ones that people go? I don't really look at porn, but like aren't there other ones that work? I'm sure.
Man, why are we lying this late in the podcast?
No, I don't really look at it. I haven't been on Pornhub in a long time.
To it.
I just listen to it. I listen to audible porn. I listen to fart porn.
I listen to audiobooks of romance novels.
Fart porn.
But yeah, no. Well, yeah. There's plenty out there. Trust me.
Trust him.
I don't watch it either.
If you want to find out where it is, follow him, and he'll tell you.
I don't be jorking it.
I don't be jerking it, sklorking it. Well, David, thanks for coming. I know we've been trying to do this for like over a year probably, so finally we got to do it. Thanks for coming over.
Disappointing.
How disappointing? Oh, that we had to wait so long?
No, that all this wait and goddamn, this was terrible.
I don't know. I had fun. We had fun. I feel like we learned a lot about each other. And
yeah, that
we
I
had
wear
some
blackface and I be jorking it.
Yeah, what else?
My God. All in the last 5 minutes.
That's pretty personal. I don't know what else you could share other than like, some really intimate stuff.
There's a lot of shit myself stories, but
yeah,
another time.
Yeah, I think the SD card's about to run out.
Yeah, fuck you, Tom Brady. Made me shit in the bathtub.
What?
Yeah, next time.
Okay, made him shit in the bathtub.
That's called the cliffhanger.
Did you watch the roast of Tom Brady on Netflix?
Yeah, bits and pieces.
That's good.
I've heard it's good.
It's very funny.
The parts that I saw were good.
Yeah, I liked it. They got it. They got his ass.
Yeah, they got that millionaire.
They got him, dude. Well, yeah, thanks for coming. And I'm trying to think, what do I have coming up? I don't know. Follow me on TikTok if you're listening to this. I'm trying to do TikTok crap. And I have shows, Don't Tell Comedy, follow that. And I think that's all. So
love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Good to see you. Good hanging out. Let's get in for a picture. Throw the goat. You want to throw the goat? I want to throw the goat.
Fucking, oh, dude.
Fuck yeah. Word up. Dude, I didn't realize it was so late.
What time is it?
It's like past midnight.
Well.
What the fuck?
After midnight.
We on there.